What is going on, guys? It is your boy Eros again with AOV Gaming. So we were able to go ahead and open up more trade routes. So now for the military aspect, we have our spears coming in, we have our Gabsons coming in. We were able to go ahead and buy large shields and helmets. And again, for the third time now, we have our development point. Now, this comes into the aspect for a trade where you could do reduces the foreign import tariff by half, of which the trading with free merchants fare more profitable. Meaning, that's going to be a high aspect and an important aspect for your trading aspect. Now, we did go ahead and buy the basic armor making, but with having the trade aspect, you can go ahead and also do that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do the better deals. That way our regional wealth does go up. But as you can see right now, we have 100% approval in our area. We need to go ahead and slap down our manor, which once this is constructed, it's going to go ahead and build a small military. I do recommend once you do have your manor built, go ahead and start building outer towers. These outer towers are going to help you when you have a bunch of fucking bandits on the outside of your skirts. Now, if you come and look at my military, I did end up losing half or now majority of my military because I was trying to fight off the bandits. And right now, I'm a little low on fuel resupply, so I'm trying to get my woodcutter up and going so I can actually get that going and working. That's also partly due to the fact that my logger is cutting way out here. So that's another thing to keep an eye on, and to make sure you have the ability of putting out a fire like we just did. So now I have a cobbler, I have a Fletcher shop, I have a tailor shop, and I have a joiner shop. All these are different aspects that you're able to do when you come in and upgrade your level 2. So a blacksmith is very important because that allows you to have tools, spears, and sidearms. The cobbler allows you to have shoes made. The joiner allows you to make woods parts, shields. The Fletcher allows you to make bows. And the armor's workshop allows you to make armor. So that's very important to have. And the tailor allows you to make clothes, cloaks as well. So all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aspects are very important to have. Now, you could go ahead and do the brewery extension that allows you to bring ale, but you already have that with the tavern. Which is somewhat of a requirement for these guys later on, is to have a tavern supply. Meaning you have to be able to have a tavern building within the region with a steady supply of ale. You're going to have that with the farming aspect. And then you're going to have to come in and you're going to have to upgrade your church to a level 2 to be able to get these guys to a level 3 burger plot. Now, this is what I was talking about. Requirements not met. When you click on it, these are going to be for level 2. They're going to want the tavern, they're going to want a church, and they're going to want an additional food supply stall. So you're going to have to come in and you're going to have to upgrade these when you get the chance to do so. Now that our manor is built and we have the ability to put in tax, I'm going to go ahead and put a land tax, and I'm going to go ahead and put a tithe tax as 10 and 10. This is going to automatically do a predicted approval of -7. But the reason I'm doing this is because you can use the manor to go ahead and get your treasury built up. Now, this is going to be important because when you come into your military, now you have a retinue, or however you pronounce it. Sorry. You can come in here and you can go and you can get a total of 24 of these guys. With the treasury, you can go ahead and buy more. Also with the treasury, you can go ahead and upgrade their armor or upgrade armor import. So this is important to have, and it's a kind of a free military to have. We are in December. We're still doing good right now on fuel. So another thing I was going to do is I was going to come into trade and I was going to go to crafting materials. I was going to go ahead and... No, it wasn't crafting materials. It was construction. I was going to go ahead and I was going to export and do a full trade of roof tiles. Now, this is where you have to believe... I think you have to have a trading post in here. There's no export or import price. So I'm guessing it is I have to have a trade route. Yeah, because that's when I got this established for that. So you're going to have to go ahead and you're going to have to spend a decent amount on a trade. But it gives you 8 gold. And if you do export only. So you're going to get 8 gold revenue off of that. That is a big chunk to take off, but it does help you later on down the road for your trade aspect. Now, another aspect is you got to look at your marketplace. My marketplace, sorry, again, the game is buggy. It is an early access game. It's going to have those small little ticks and, where it just kind of freezes on you, but the game's not actually freezing. What I was going to say is my marketplace does look like it's going to be fully taken up, so I'm going to go ahead and build another small marketplace inside of here. It's important to kind of keep an eye on your marketplace, that way you can go ahead and continue to keep the ability of upgrading your burger plots to level 2 there. Though once you do upgrade your burger plots to level 2, you're going to have to upgrade them to level 3 eventually on, or they're going to keep getting the thumbs down aspect. Right now we're sitting at 89% approval. That is due to the fact that we did put in the tax, and the tax does kind of affect it. But if you look up in the top right hand corner, we do have now 82 military supplies. So we have 46 bows, 39 shields. We're still missing out on pole arms, capstans, plate armor, and mail, but we're getting there. We're building it, and we're going. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build in the residential. I'm going to come and do another trade post. And that's going to be that. That's going to give them the ability to do what they need to do. We're going to come look at the military, and I'm going to go ahead and build archers. Now I have 33 out of 36 archers, which is really good. I could also go in here and I'm going to go build another one that builds up 22 to 22. That's because I have 50 bows, so I don't really have to worry about that. Now the spear aspect, because I only have 9 large shields, it's going to kind of affect me, but I do have 45 small shields. This is good to know and kind of keep an eye on, because when you go to the burger plot and you have the armor's workshop, the blacksmith available, you can go ahead and construct a blacksmith, and that's going to be able to produce you your sidearms. Now, if I come over here, look at the burger plot too, because I do have this available as well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build the armor workshop, and then I'm going to come over here to this burger plot, and I'm going to upgrade it to a level 2 as well. This is going to help me be able to get that steady aspect of ale. So if I come back down here, look at the burger plot, you can get a brewery extension. That's going to allow me to have the tavern with that going on. Sorry, distracted. Now, I have no unassigned people, which is kind of important to do, so you're going to have to go through it, and you're going to have to kind of look where you have 2 people, take them out. That way it kind of provides you with 2 people, or people to use. This has been a small thing I've been kind of dealing with as you go, because if you don't build more burger plots, you're going to run out of unassigned people to build. Because those people do go in and start filling in those slots. So I'm going to come out of, take this guy out of the brewery. That's going to give me 1 person, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start building more burger plots, because I need more residential people in order to go ahead and continue building up what we're building. That's one of the aspects of this game that you guys need to keep very wary of and a good eye on, is that aspect of whether or not you have enough houses being built. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to go to the castle, I'm going to build, never mind, I can't build outer right now. You could also build a tax office. The tax office isn't a very important aspect of it, because you could just do it straight off of the manor, as you've seen. But keeping an eye on your wood production also is a very vital aspect of this game, to make sure that you have enough wood supply coming in. I'm going to go ahead and look at the military aspect of it again. I now have 69 bows out of 72. I have 22, that's 44. I have 21 spears out of 9. So honestly, I'm going to go ahead and build my last archer army. Yes, it does say it's 12 out of 36, 18 out of 36, and 18 out of 36. That is okay, because as we build houses and we get more living space, these numbers will go up. And that's a very important factor to keep in mind. Again, you get the aspect of the approval going down because the houses, and it will actually highlight what houses are affecting the area that you have. I just got 2 more people moving in because of the burger plots, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build some more additional burger plots. just so I have those houses coming in to help me out. Just be wary of your firewood and your food. You do not want to run out. So I have 6 and 5 months. I may hold off just because of it. Now, when you look at the fuel, you do have charcoal. If you come into Enrich, you will be able to use that as a charcoal kin development point later on. That does help with that food or the fuel aspect of it later on. Where was the other house that I leveled up to level 2? So I upgraded this to level 2. I already have a blacksmith in the shop. I'm going to go ahead and do a brewery extension. So I'm a blacksmith here. I have my cobbler here. I have my armor workshop here. I have my Fletcher. And I have a tailor. And I have my joiner here. Now this is going to continue to help me as this is on fast speed to build up my military. I got lucky that these guys actually sat off on the edge of my material or my territory after I lost the majority of my military. Now, I'm slowly still building them up. I now have one piece of material for my spearmen, and that's kind of a good thing to have. I have 85 out of 108, and I still have 70 out of 144 available for troops. I have 42 regional or treasury right now, and I only have 37 out of 110 available living spaces. So I need to get that up. That way I can get more military. I'm still sitting at a 79% approval rate now. That's just because of the taxation and the houses for the burger plot. If it doesn't come through and meet the levels, it will continue to tell you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upgrade my church to a level 2. Just so that that's done and out of the way and these houses can pretty much meet the requirements. So this meets the requirements of a level 3. I could come back and I can easily upgrade this. Now, I did not know this. When you upgrade your Burger Plus to level 3, it produces 2 gold for regional wealth per family and a settlement, and 1 extra living space I have already. So it's kind of good to know and keep an eye on. I now have 3 people in my area. I now have 4, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at the clay. He's still going. I'm going to come over here and look at the bloomery. I'm going to drop somebody in. Actually, is this regenerating? I think this is regenerating. I don't remember if the mines in that regenerate or not, but I'm going to keep him in there and continue to produce those. I don't need him in there, so I still have bodies available. And I could get rid of the stonecutter because I no longer need him. Just having that little bit there to finish up with those resources is good. I did go ahead and upgrade my large storehouse and my large granary. As you can see, those are vital to have and be able to do. I'm still getting my dye, I'm still getting my weaver, I'm still getting the tannery, and I'm still getting the malt house. Now that I have everything in the industry area down. The only thing I do not have down is anything with sheep farming and the pastures. Now, I did say when you wanted to, if you wanted to, you could come in here and you can go into livestock trading. This enables you to trade livestock and available trade points and other settlements in other regions. I haven't really had any luck with it. I haven't really used it, so it's kind of up to you if you guys want to do it. Another thing that you can look at once you end up getting enough influence to build onto an area is a pack station. This is a connection that allows you to connect from one region to another region to continue to build off your stuff. Now, because I have this upgraded to level 2 or level 3 church, I now got more influence, which allows me to later on come and claim. But if I look at my stores, it's not meeting the fuel stall requirement, so I'm probably going to have to come over here and build a small little marketplace in between these guys just to kind of have them meet that requirement. It's okay if this happens. It's just an eye to keep on things. Now that I have a lot of my production coming in for full export and trade, my regional wealth is going up and my taxation is going up. Now, I still only have 5 of these guys and 9 of these guys, but that's okay. I'm not getting anything on the shield aspect, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to look at the shields. We did a full trade, and I think I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to possibly open up Am I missing? What am I missing? I'm missing shields. That's what it is. So somewhere I'm not getting the requirement for my shields. Who is it that builds the shields? That's the joiner. So one aspect I have noticed is when you do a joiner, you tend to have a hard focus on bows more. And that's kind of pointless to build that unit there. I didn't know that until now. So something to keep a focus on. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of a pointless video right now, as you can see that I am kind of stumbled right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put these people back into these aspects so I can get a little bit more of this going on. Just to help with that. I think I'm going to come in here, I'm going to go to trade, I'm going to go to military, and I'm going to open up a trade route for sidearms, and I'm going to do a full trade for sidearms. Now what that's going to be able to do is it's going to allow me to be able to do this with the militia unit. So I can go ahead and I can make a militia unit without having anybody there, but what's going to end up happening is when I start getting that materials for the sidearms, it's going to be able to head and produce that unit off of the get-go. If you want, you can always come back and you can delete these units, and you can create one big unit if it allows you. So hold on, if I disband this unit, I come back into the military and I go ahead and build the archers. It's going to give me a full thing of 36 out of 36. Then I can come back in and I could do 22 out of 36 or whatever. It really just depends if you want a full unit or not. I could see about the spearmen. I now have still only 9 spearmen out of it, 36 archers still, and 5 of the revenue. But if you come over here to your manor, because now I have 199 of it, and you go to your, actually no, you go to your military, you go to your retinue, you go here, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, well 3, because I didn't have enough for 4. It's 50 gold or treasury to build it up. This gives me 8 men now out of 24. I can later come in and I can upgrade for 29, import upgrade for armor on each of these guys. I can also customize these guys if you want. You don't necessarily have to. And then they also have a work in progress for tier levels as these guys continue going on. So that's something to just keep an eye on and keep a focus. If I really wanted to, I could come over here and I could try to take these guys out. But something to keep in mind with the archers is you have to keep them at a certain range. I now went back up to 90% of 89 to 90% of influence. So I'm going to continue to try to build up these burger plots now at this point in the game, which I can't because I don't have any wood. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to actually assign a livestock to here. And then I'm going to come to my hitching post, if I can find it. And I'm going to go ahead, it has 2 stable spaces. So that's already been taken care of. So I'm going to have to actually produce another hitching post. And I got to find where it's at again. There you go. I'm going to have to go ahead and produce another hitching post and put it in the general location of that. And then I'm going to upgrade it and I'm going to make it where you can have an animal there for it. Again, like I said, you can come into the livestock trading and get into that aspect of it. I am short on food now, which is a very, very poor thing to have happen. And why that is, I really don't know. That is something that you guys will end up running into in this game, is running into food shortages. If you do increase your burger plots too quickly, you can run into a very harsh aspect of food being the lesser aspect to have. You can always come into the trading post though, go to trade, go to food, and you can always open up a import for food. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up an established route for food, and I'm going to only import it. I'm going to have it where I have a reserve of 10, and then I can go ahead and I can open up a trade route of berries, establish a route, and I'm only going to do a import, and it's going to leave me with a desired surplus of 326. That is a quick fix solution if you have the regional wealth in order to do it, because as you can see, my food's starting to go up, and I'm starting to refocus back on that aspect. Something very vital to keep a focus of. This is why the trade aspect of this game is a very vital aspect, because you could build up a military, as you just seen in I think 3 or 4 videos, relatively quickly, and it allows you to be able to get the materials you need. Look, I still have 156 archer bows out and 150 out of, you know, so I can go ahead and I can, you know, do 12, you know, guys, but it takes from my archers. So you need to be able to have this living space up, that way you can have all this into combination. Now if I wanted to take these bandits out, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what you can do with these available resources that you have in this part of the game. So I have 4 units, right? I have my archers, I have my spearmen, and I have my militia footmen. I'm going to take all these guys. I have 36 archers right now, and I'm going to all bring them in here, and I'm going to all put them on stand your ground. I'm going to come find these guys, and these guys are going to come attack. Now, you want your archers back. That way they're not being attacked, because as you can tell, them being attacked is going to hurt them. So you want these guys out, and you want them to be able to shoot on these guys as much as possible. Now, you can see that we're already affecting these guys and hurting them and breaking them. And now these camps are available to, actually, yeah, these camps are available now to go get. So, because I was able to take those guys out like I did, I don't know why it's not letting me select this. It's probably because I'm in that window. There you go. So you're going to get a message. You're going to say this treasury belongs to me. Going to go over here and get these guys. This treasury belongs to me. Going to go over here and get this guy. And going to go ahead and say that this treasury belongs to me now. Going to go ahead and bring these guys back over to here. Didn't lose any of them. I lost 2 of my spearmen. I lost a couple archers. And I still have my 10 footmen soldiers, which is actually very vital. Now, because I have 100 or 1001 influence, and I am sorry, this is a very long video, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to claim this with influence, and this is going to continue going up. It's very vital to have because it has a wildlife rich and stone production, which is good to have. I'm going to go ahead and disband these units. I'm going to come back into my military. I'm going to go back to my retinue unit, and I'm going to actually go buy more because now I have 547 gold. And I'm just going to go ahead and build all these guys up to the ability that it allows me to have. So now I have 18 of these guys. So this is what happens when you guys use the trade route aspect. Yes, I did run into almost a food shortage, and I did run into almost a fuel shortage, but it is a very vital aspect to have in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video there because it is getting long. I hope you guys enjoyed. If this video was anything helpful, please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe down below.